Question number 4. The decision to run for public office is often one that's not taken lightly. Each candidate here has his or her own reasons for wanting to run. But my question to all of you is, what is your passion? What drives you to seek this position? And we will start with...
Sorry.
Okay, so could you use the microphone, please? People can't hear you in the back. Thanks.
Is it on? My passion would come from coming over on the Mayflower, I think. Living my whole life here and falling in love with the town. Building a business that succeeded here since I was a sophomore in high school. I got my driver's license. I've come to know everyone who is from here and everyone who's from away. And all I've ever wanted to do most of my life is make people happy. And the land use issues in this town are something that I think is the most divisive thing that we have to deal with. And I've been told I can't conquer it, but I've never given up. And I don't know how much further I could go with this, but it's for the love of the town. And I feel when I took out my papers, I was hoping to be sitting between Jim and John because Jim had no contestant. So now it's questionable a little bit, but I think I'm the good middle of the road in between those gentlemen and would work for everyone. And I appreciate you guys coming out tonight. I look forward to working for the town that I love so much.
Well, I wasn't born here. But I've done everything else here. I've married 2 natives. Raised one. I love the town of Louisville. I came here to GSA my senior year in high school. To a rural Brooksville from a suburban New York. It was a culture shock. But I've never, ever regretted staying and being a part of what the town has been for the past 40 years. In my summary, I'm going to go through a little history, but one of the things I hope to do as a select person is to get involved in making the records. I'm a numbers person. I've made my whole living around taxes and businesses and their records and bookkeeping. And I got a touch of it when I was in the budget committee. And of course, as treasurer, I was right in the thick of it. But things change, and I want to see the big picture, and I want to see how it all fits together in the larger puzzle. And I'm very anxious to see how that might pan out for me. I never dreamed I'd be in this position, but here I am. And the town hall is in my blood. So, next.
I'm self-employed, and I see a lot of people every day. I know the town is growing, but it's still a small town. And everyone seems like friends. And when I'm talking to people, I hear a lot of their opinions. And I'm not getting any younger as far as I do a lot of logging. So I need to find something else too that I can actually maybe use what little brain I've got instead of my back. I know all the selectmen very well, and I feel like it would be a very interesting job, and I would really pick up on it and be very interested in doing the best for the townspeople I can.
Well, like everybody except Vaughn, I wasn't born here, but it has been where I've is where I have chosen to spend my life, and it is my home, and I love it. And I've loved it pretty much from the first day I got here and decided this was it. And I would really like to be, I feel like I have a lot I can contribute to the town and town government, and I think that is why I want to do this. I've been talking about it with some friends for a couple of years about how we need to maybe think about town government a little different way, or have a little different viewpoint of town government. It certainly won't be a full-time job for me. I have one of those already, but I really feel like I could make time to do this, and that it would be in the town's interest to have me, and I think it would be in my interest to serve the town.
Is that working? Yes. I moved here as a single mom, and I found an incredible amount of welcome and support here to raise my 4 children by myself in this fabulous place that I felt was a safe and good place for them to grow up in. And they keep trying to get back here. They would like to live here. One of them now does. 2 of them were born here, but as everybody knows, that doesn't make them Mainers, but they were born here. Then I was the first practitioner at Blue Hill Memorial Hospital. They'd never had one before. And in the 25 years I worked there, I found tremendous support and welcoming into the community. And I just felt that this was a wonderful place to be living and to be. And I'm a fervent supporter of the democratic process. I totally believe in the voice of the people and the power of the people. And I would like to represent this town and work for this town. I would like to give back to this town that has been so good to me.
Jim.
Thank you. I have to say that when I first got involved in town government, I was chair of the Comprehensive Plan Committee back in the early 90s, which met the same fate as the one in 2006. But during that time, and then subsequent to that, when I spent time on the budget committee, I fell in love with the town meeting form of government, and that's where my passion comes. There's nothing like it, and I have, when I was in Colorado, I worked for the state government, and I did consulting with the U.S. Department of Labor, so I've had a view from all levels, and in my mind, there's nothing more pure and for the democratic process than the town meeting form of government, and I would do anything to preserve it and work within it, and I think that's the thing we have to preserve and get people encouraged and get them enthusiastic about coming to town meetings and to engage with whoever they elect. And that's why the size of this crowd is so exciting, and I hope that it doubles or triples for a town meeting. But this is a sustaining thing for me to have, to be able to perform within this context. And I certainly have appreciated it and want to continue it. And my passion is there, and it will continue as well.
Could you pass on the microphone, please? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I would love to say that my passion is government. No. My passion is taking possibility and converting possibility into material and substantive success. I moved here in 1991. I was working in Bangor. The reason I chose this community was because of all of its potential, all of its possibilities, and I think that's a large reason why many of us moved here. It's not only a beautiful place to live, it's a small town, but I think it has so many other possibilities that we haven't tapped yet. And I really think that the role of the selectmen here is to see all of those possibilities and to begin to tap those possibilities, to get everybody else to see those possibilities and convert them into some sort of reality. Because that is really what is going to make this town, is because we have a working waterfront or the potential for a larger working waterfront. We're at the crossroads between MDI and Deer Isle. We're at the head of the peninsula. We have natural beauty, we have a mountain, we have all kinds of attributes. We have a small town that has a tremendous amount of potential if we put some work into it. So my passion is transforming those things that need work and having them turn into something that is a lot more efficient, a lot more functional. Thank you.
Great, that concludes the question portion of the forum this evening.